It just occurred to me that I can
Um,
totally
hmm. So there's
uh,
a problem here.
do two screens. I have that ability.
Two screens are nice.
Yeah.
Uh, so we're live, but it's it's not actually displaying the video.
Oh,
Huh.
huh.
Um, I'm gonna try troubleshooting this real quick.
I'm gonna head to your channel just so I can see what's going on.
Okay, that's super weird because in the preview, you guys are totally there. As soon as I switch this over to live, you're not there.
Like we're not there in the preview?
No, you're there in the preview still, but on the live page, you're not.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have like a really long delay?
No. Uh, this is
Because, yeah,
very
I don't even
strange.
see you on there.
No, no.
Are you capturing from this?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
It's very strange. I may need to restart here.
Okay.
Weird.
Give us a moment and thank you for your patience. All right, everybody, it's a miracle. It is fixed. Somehow, whatever was going on where our video wasn't showing is magically corrected, and here are all of our faces.
Okay.
Welcome to Almost to Oregon. We're going to be traveling through the Wild West with our families, trying to make it to Oregon before the winter comes, and probably all dying horribly in the process. Um, I think that our first step is just going to be for everybody to say hello and tell us a little bit about our families. We're going to go starting with me. Aw, thanks for hosting us, Danny. We're going to go around in a clockwise fashion. So it's going to be me, Astani, Lavender, and then KingSeras, followed at the end by a Golden to bring us into the game. So hi, everybody. I'm Kelsa. This is my channel, and I am playing the family of the Whitakers. There is Stacy and Archibald Whitaker with their children, Abigail and Christopher. Although we discovered Christopher is Archibald's child, but Abigail is not. They left New York City because of a scandal with their pet bobcat named Fiddlesticks. They brought riding horses, 100 blankets, and writing supplies and paper with them. All in all, pretty good. We'll go over, I think, their history. Do we go over their history now or later?
Later.
Okay, cool. Astini.
Hi, I'm Astani. When I'm not here, I'm a variety streamer and artist. Yeah, I do art things. I am going to be playing. Oh, I can't even see my family's name. Hold on. Where? The Ryder family. They are French Americans who were in the Louisiana Territory prior to its purchase by America. So I have the father Marcel, the wife Jacqueline. Marcel is black, Jacqueline is white. So they have mixed race children Claudette, Theo, and Sylvie. Marcel ticks now. That's the thing. He has gears in him. He ticks. We don't talk about it. It's weird. With them, they brought weird books, inventing parts and scrap, and a bunch of oxen. A bunch of oxen.
So very
Amazing.
many oxen.
Hi, I'm Lavender. My pronouns are they, them, and I am playing the Byler family. We're not, well, we are a multi-generational family, but we don't have any kids in our family. We're just 3 Mennonites from Pennsylvania, Dee, Jemima, and Amos. And our family was broken by religion when part of our family decided they weren't okay with all these technological advances and went Amish. And our family has split because of it. And I'm super excited to find out where our sourdough starter gets us, what sort of wonderful breads we're able to make, and how these couple of trust involved attributes, where those are going to get us, because we're both too trusting and are very trustworthy, and Amos has been trusted with a letter before. Those are the Bylers.
All right, guess that brings it over to me. Hi, I'm KingSeras. I am one of the co-hosts of the podcast Bonus Experience. It's 2 queer women talking with authority about games. We talk about running, writing, and designing games. More on that probably at the end of the show. I'm playing the Wilsons, a family of lesbian farmers from Virginia seeking opportunity to farm and freedom in the West. They have brought along their 2 kids, James and Elizabeth. The parents are Martha and Jordan. We have brought along on the caravan some dry goods. Need those to survive. Farming supplies necessary if you are going to go start a farm. And shotgun accessories.
My favorite by far.
Thank you.
Do you have a shotgun silencer in there?
Can you silence a shotgun?
I was about to ask,
Yes,
how does
you
one
can.
silence it? Really?
I watched people on YouTube make it.
I
So-
don't watch gun videos on YouTube, so
I don't usually, but it's like going on TV tropes, right? You just start
Right.
clicking sometimes.
just
Oh, that's
start,
fair.
you wind up discovering.
And then I was just
how you can
watching
silence a
gun videos.
shotgun.
I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty interesting.
I've been there before. You're just watching YouTube videos, and then suddenly it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and you're watching gun videos, and you're like, "How did I get here?"
What is it? What is my life?
So the family has gained a reputation for being wasteful, thanks to an encounter with too much meat, as one does on the Oregon Trail, and thanks to an accident, Jordan, head of the family, has gotten a prosthetic leg. So, like Astani, I have also been rolling really well. So
We're doing well on the Oregon
Yeah, we
Trail.
are
We're already over halfway there.
we're doing great.
Yeah.
We may make it.
I know. It's so weird.
So they have to be by Independence Rock. You have to pass that before July starts. That was historically what it was.
And
That's
we're
why it's called
there.
Independence Rock. So
Yeah.
you have made it.
Yeah.
Historically, you're good. You have a good chance of surviving to Oregon.
We only have to worry about Kelsa, but here's the thing: if we advance,
No,
she will too.
That's Lavender.
Oh, they're both looking like the same color.
Yeah,
purple
they're
to
not
me.
the different. They're no longer different colors of purple.
Wait, they are on my
Aren't
screen.
they?
What's wrong?
What's going on?
Oh, they're really close.
They
I
look
mean, they were really
similar.
close before. But
Now they're more similar. I
Yeah.
think it's no longer. I think yours is no longer your color.
Alrighty, let me
I
fix
s-
this.
I
What?
see our
No,
goal
it's
to be confounding to colorblind people
Yes.
is paying off.
It's
It is
very
not the right
important.
color.
There we
What?
go. Yeah, I thought it
Now
looked
it is.
too.
And
It looks this.
now mine's brighter. Okay.
Mine. Okay. Now they look a little bit different. And also, you're no longer periwinkle on my screen, Sarah. You're like properly blue.
Oh.
I don't understand it.
Well.
Yeah. I saw
Well.
that too.
Hold on, I can fix this.
This is very important in serious
It is.
business.
It's the most
There.
important part.
they're right on my screen. I think it just didn't transfer properly.
I guess
Maybe.
not.
I think that's the case.
But yeah, anyway, Lavender was the only person we really need to be concerned about. But again, if any of us advance,
Oh, yeah.
if we all advance, Lavender gets to advance. So
I'm
So,
working at
honestly,
this.
should be okay.
I'm working at the bag company, and we charge a fee to get the color right.
Really?
If you don't pay the fee, you just get close to the color you want.
Huh. Interesting.
Damn.
That is interesting. I wonder how many people pay the fee and how many people are like, close enough.
More than you'd think pay the fee.
I'm not terribly surprised, honestly.
Color and branding is important, so
It
get
is for sure. Let me get us back over here and back over
Super
here.
excited
not
to start
just
playing this game again.
squishing
I know.
around.
So Golden, who are you? Say hello.
I'm Golden. I do role playing game stuff on the internet. On Sundays, we do this game called Remnant. It's a Stars Without Number game where we stole a spaceship from the Space Pirates faction that are now the strongest faction and are taking over the sector. And hopefully they don't come get us. I also
cool.
play. My parents, my family actually did not travel on the Oregon Trail. Instead, they set up shop in Illinois, and we just made wagon wheels for people. So I don't have a huge history about traveling along the trail. But the one thing we do have in common is that we like to enable other people to reach their dreams. And that's my story. So tonight we're going to be playing Oregon Trail. This is a little board game that I whipped up because I wanted a life path system that actually told you who your character was and also helped generate all the hard things about GMing. So I got over here, I got all of our characters that we're going to meet when we start role playing. And over here, we have all the history of the characters that we've all generated together. And so when we are all done with this board game, you'll have everything we need to sit down and play. And it's perfect for people that have never roleplayed before. That's my goal anyway. So the way this game works is we roll some dice, and if it's positive, we advance, and nothing happens because success is boring. And if we fail, something interesting happens. And then we'll draw a card depending on where we are. And then we'll take turns. So why doesn't Steny, it was your turn, right?
Yes, that's why we put the
Why?
chips on me.
Why don't you roll the dice?
Okay, let's see what happens. 0.
But we're past the Continental Divide.
So what does
So
that
you
mean?
don't advance. You don't
Okay.
advance.
Interesting.
So you draw a card. You create an NPC, though.
Okay, do I draw from
And-
where I'm at or no?
The NPC helps you survive
Do I draw from being on South
wherever you
Pass?
were. Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I know we were drawing from these. So, okay.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You rolled a 0. That's okay.
I didn't
Yeah,
look
go
at
ahead
it.
and-
It's fine.
Go ahead and draw from the.
Okay. You were bitten by a snake.
So now the player on
Scary.
Asani's left chooses who in her family was bitten by a snake. Which of the right ears was bitten the snake? I believe that is
Ceres.
Ceres.
Okay. Family member bitten by a snake. Who hasn't suffered it? Well, your family's gotten through it pretty cleanly, just like mine has.
The only person who hadn't been affected is Marcel. He's the one who ticks.
Okay. So let's spread some suffering around. And Claudette gets bitten by a snake.
Okay.
Now, Kelsa, you add a twist. You can either add something to the card that makes it have to do more with the character that got bitten, or you tell which of the costs they cannot pay. Somebody will have to choose. They have to pay wealth, social, health, or strange. These resources help gauge how much bad stuff has happened to you, honestly. And when they fill up, something bad happens.
I think it's interesting if I forbid you from paying health, considering that you're being bitten by a snake. You need to do something else to turn out okay in the end than just sacrifice some health for it.
Oh, that's fine. I wasn't going to do health unless you forbade me from doing weird.
Secretly, I wanted you to do weird.
And Lavender is listening to what happens, and Lavender will assign a trait depending on what they think. Who was it? Theo? Claudette?
Claudette.
Depending on how Estenia narrates the price, they will assign a trait to Claudette, depending on what the most relevant thing they displayed was.
So I still created an NPC, you said?
You do still create an NPC,
okay.
Only now instead of helping you go forward, they're who keeps you alive.
Okay. Should I roll the D4 as well so you know where to put them?
I think it is more fun if we roll that last.
Okay, sure. So I'm gonna say that this is a woman. She is named Sarah, and she is a widow. And she's been a widow for a long time, and because she's had to become so self-reliant, she knows strange ways to cure poison, and she has Claudette drink something, and when Claudette drinks it, she feels it burn all the way down, and it burns the poison out of her. And perhaps leaves something strange behind.
Interesting.
Ooh, spoopy.
Depending on
all right,
what trait Lavender would like to give me. I've locked the card if you'd like to write on the back.
I'm thinking I'm going to make Claudette have a raspy voice.
Okay.
Ooh, I like
oh man,
it.
that's I can't roleplay her then. If she survives, that's gonna suck
for
me.
Oh no.
Because that's gonna destroy my voice every night we play.
So
no.
You will be able to pick which of these you use. Like they're not like bound to any character. You notice how we're just dropping them into history.
Okay.
So we'll retcon it a little bit so you can only have the traits you want. But
okay.
whoever dies,
right here?
yes.
Yeah, on the back of the
Okay. Thank you very much.
Whoever dies is dead.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead and roll that 1d4.
We got a 4. I don't think there's any 4s left.
All right. Is there any 3s left? There is. All right.
I don't know why, but
found
I
a
like
trick.
just listing it as raspy instead of raspy voice. Like, it has some interesting connotations that way. I totally forget which order we're going in.
We're going
We
around
are
the table.
going
Okay,
clockwise.
So KingSeras.
It is now
next.
Ceres. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All hail KingSeras.
Hmm?
All right. Let's grab these dice and roll them.
Good luck.
Ooh, not so good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that is a failure.
Yeah, I believe you're also in the South Pass. So you will draw
Yes.
from.
From
I forget how to make the pointer
icon?
You hit tab.
tab.
Oh, okay. All right.
My
Have to
tab
flip
key
it?
is
I do have to
stuck, or
flip
else
it.
I would have done it for you.
What does this say? You get lost in a deep forest with no sign of water or animals.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So,
So I pick who that happens to?
Yep.
yes.
I think it's Elizabeth.
Okay. Oh no, my tiniest stick figure.
I know.
All right.
So tiny.
So then that means.
And then does Lavender choose a twist?
That's right.
Yes. We'll get the hang of it by the time we're done.
Yes. By the
Yes.
time we're
That's
done
how
with
it
the
works.
By the time we're done, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I am going to say. So, did you flip a card? And
Yes.
What did it say?
It said, where'd it go?
Oh, I've locked it because I
Oh.
flipped it so I could write on the back.
It
Oh, okay,
says,
it's-
you get lost in a deep forest with no sign of water or animals.
Oof.
That.
I'm going to say that Elizabeth can't use strange to get out of this one.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So then I choose what I pay to resolve, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you narrate. Just narrate what happens, how that payment occurs.
Okay. Trying to grab a marker, but I appear to be grabbing the entire bowl.
Click and drag real fast.
Okay. Aha! Okay. I am actually going to pay health. As I imagine getting out of a deep, dark forest where there are no water or animals is both straining on the mental health as well as the physical health. But people are unfortunately good at surviving things like that. So surely Elizabeth comes back to the caravan a few days later, a bit deprived from, no food, water, animals, certainly scared, and maybe not the better for the experience. It'd be very scary to be lost in the woods for several days as a small child.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
nowhere near home when your
Yep.
family is on the move.
Yep.
Oof.
Oof. Yeah.
All right.
Just gonna take
I'm going
this.
to go ahead and roll
Oh, I'm
so we
writing.
can keep the roll going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chronic headaches. She has
Oh.
chronic headaches.
Oh,
Ouch.
poor dear. That's miserable.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I have chronic headaches.
jeez. That's a plus. I move forward.
Yay!
Good job.
I'm going
Nice.
to go to the fort. Okay.
All right,
Great.
you may take that.
What? Where'd it go?
It went into your hand. I gotcha.
Dang it. Okay. Thank you.
You may want to hit H to get rid of that extra hand.
Oh, right. Okay.
That makes it Lavender.
Cool. I'm sorry. There's renovations going on in my house, and my week has been very stressful, so I'm very all over the place all the time.
It's okay.
What do I do
Mhm.
right now?
You
You
roll the dice.
roll the dice.
Okay, thank you very much.
The game will help you.
And so will we. Oh,
Ooh.
that's a fail.
Okay.
That's not helping. That's a minus.
Oh no. The game is not helping.
No, the game is being interesting.
That's true.
Go ahead
That's
and-
true. That's true.
That's true.
Go ahead and draw a card.
I have the worst streak recently with
I
never being
know.
able to succeed on anything. It's very good.
Oh,
Actually, and I love it.
interesting.
Ooh. See? See? This is so good. My criminal background makes me unwilling to enter a military fort.
Yeah.
His
It's
criminal
gotta be
background.
Amos. It's
Yeah.
gotta be Amos because he's the one who's trustworthy and too trusting, and he's got the letter. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree.
Saris, I think you add a twist.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to prevent you from using one of your resources to solve this because there's so much more cool stuff we could do here.
Absolutely.
Your criminal background has nothing to do with ordinary crimes. You didn't kill somebody, you didn't steal anything, you didn't commit insurance fraud. You did something a lot weirder.
Mm.
And that's going to be, I'm going to leave that open ended. That's gonna be my twist.
I think this is the best way to do it. That's so good.
So now you just got to pick what you paid.
Yeah. Strange, of course.
I like that my list of crimes were
course.
murder,
Theft, insurance fraud.
Those are the major crimes, right?
Those are all the major crimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other crimes right now.
I mean, when I open all these weird books that I have, one of the commandments is thou shalt not commit insurance fraud. Fundamental to
great.
our judicial systems.
So how do you pay the price with weird? Because I need to assign you a trait.
I think I think it's been getting worse all on our way to Oregon, but there's some weird etheric Bible code shit happening in these weird books. Like especially in the hymnals, like there are weird circles happening and dots being connected. And there's like physical glowing actually happening.
Interesting.
It's getting hard to read at this
So is
point.
the Bible code illegal? Has the U.S. government made an unconstitutional law about practicing your strange religion?
Mm-hmm.
Bad U.S. government.
All right, I've got my answer here. Oh, I need to lock this or it's not going to let me draw on it.
Yep.
Wait, I did lock it, didn't I?
Yeah, it's locked.
Let's try again.
It's locked now.
There we go.
Yep,
There we go.
there you
There we go. All right. I'm going to write this out while Astini, go ahead and take your turn.
Come on, positive. Yeah.
How are you doing this?
Flop.
Magic.
All right.
My hacks rolls defeat your game.
Apparently.
Whenever
Okay.
I stream RPG stuff, I always roll well. I mean, Kelsa knows my blades rolls.
It's true. It's true. All right. So Amos needs glasses.
Ooh.
Oh, so good.
All right, Saris, go ahead and roll. +2.
Nice.
All right.
Plus, plus, minus is still plus. Yeah.
Plus, yep.
All right, that makes
All
it
right.
me.
My luck is with me.
Well,
Yes.
actually, Dark Lavender will be dragged along.
Nice.
Oh yeah, because we all move forward. So
Because of the sympathy move.
you get to pick where in there you go.
So
Yep.
you move past the red line, Sarah.
No, yes, Ceres does.
Okay.
I'm absolutely tired of all of these forts. I am going to land in the river.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Soda Springs.
All right.
I got plus plus. I'm also moving forward.
Nice. We're gonna make it to Oregon.
I'm just gonna go up the river. It's fine. I'm sure nothing's wrong with that.
My go?
After me is Lavender again.
Get all the pluses. Come on, let's do this.
Come on, me.
Let's break the game.
Come on, old Lav.
Yeah.
Did you remember to put a
Perfect.
time stone when we went around?
Yeah, he's.
Do
been
you
adding
know
them.
what the
Oh,
odds
yeah.
of this are?
Very low.
When I first made this game, there was a 5% chance of getting to Oregon.
I'm heading to Rock Creek
Did
Station.
the correct number of time
Pluses.
stones be added? That's pluses.
Hi, Kelsa.
What's up?
Ah. Ah.
Succeeding on
Ah.
anything 0 or like success is anything with a plus, so
Yeah.
you're looking at literally 50-50.
Well, no, because
no.
there's 2 pluses, 2 minuses, and 2 blanks on each die,
Right.
and a minus will counteract a plus.
Well, right now it doesn't anymore because you crossed the kind of divide. So now
Oh.
a 0. So now a 0 is failure. So we only have a 40% chance to advance each time.
No, but a minus counteracts a plus is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, so somehow we are just rolling really, really well.
Yeah. Because it's like what, 30%, 33%
We're
chance.
all the way back over to Sarah's this turn, I
Yep.
believe.
Because
All
we
right,
just rolled pluses.
Let's grab those dice. Let's
Just
get your
keep
mouse on the right
logging.
screen. Okay. All right. Roll. Go.
That's
All right.
0. That's a failure.
All right.
But we still do the NPC thing, right?
Yep.
Oh,
The
it's
NPC keeps you alive.
All right. And click and flip. No? Come on. Flip.
You got
Yeah,
drag
it's-
one off first.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Your food goes bad. There are maggots in the bread
Oh,
and
no.
meat.
Oh no.
Shoot.
All right.
All right. Whose food goes bad? Who gets to have maggots?
Who gets
For
to
dinner.
discover the bad food?
And deal
Nothing
with it.
more delightful than biting into
Um,
something and realizing it's bad.
Martha?
Okay. So that
So then there's a twist.
Yep.
Lavender, I think.
yes.
Cool. I am going to say this is bread you got along the way from like a bakery or something. So
Okay.
now you no longer trust anyone but your own family's baked goods.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Grab-
good one.
Yeah.
Mistrustful of bakers.
Mhm. Or something like
So you think you were sold bad food, basically? All right.
yeah.
All right.
So does Sarah?
Only
Oh
trust
wait, no,
the
I'm the
family
one
recipe.
who makes the. I'm the one
No.
who writes. Aren't I?
Yes, and you write after Ceres decides to cost and
Oh,
narrates.
gotcha.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Okay.
Let me erase. There we go.
One of them. Give me. I'm just taking this. This is mine. Okay.
Does Sarah still create an NPC since it was
Yes.
a 0?
Yeah.
Somehow this is life-threatening.
I mean, food poison. We could potentially have food poisoning, and dehydration can totally kill you. And this is the 1810s, so yeah,
Everything
that's
can kill
less
you.
life. Yeah. Oh well, I mean, it still can, just less so. So,
Why is that doing
we encounter another family in the caravan. The matriarch of which we'll name Jane, and Jane offers the family some of their excess supplies. So while mistrustful of bakers, but not of Mama Jane.
There we go.
And that is an obligation, so I'm going to fill up my other social cost.
Oh, that means this is the first time a bar has been filled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It means somebody, NPC we've already made, they are no longer with the caravan. So
Oh no.
we need to first figure out how important Jane is. So go ahead and roll
Okay.
a d4.
All right. And roll. Woo!
Not that important.
Not that
No.
important.
And then
Just a nice mom.
yeah. Then you pick somebody to.
Okay.
You have horribly offended or alienated this person. They're your enemy from now on,
Okay.
and they leave the caravan because of you.
Okay.
Wow.
Anybody you want.
Like any of the NPCs?
Yep.
Who I don't remember all of the ones we created. Wait, if I just scroll over, they're all here, aren't they?
Yes.
They're all over here.
Okay. Listen, I'm sorely tempted to offend the flying carpet. But I don't think I want to make that leap of logic.
I mean, it's an NPC. It's sentient already.
That's true.
Like maybe like you puke on it after you eat the sandwich or something, and it's just like fuck you and leaves.
You know what? That's it. That's what happens.
So
The
good.
carpet has been barfed on. I mean, it wasn't intentional.
All right.
The carpet and
Flying carpet.
I'm just imagining like it gets it all over itself and has tassels for hands and tries to
Yes,
like wipe
I
it
know.
off with the
Yeah.
tassels.
Oh
But
god.
it's just it gets into the tassels.
My poor carpet. I'm gonna miss you.
The carpet is left behind.
I'm gonna
Despite-
change 99 blankets.
Despite all of this, Martha still has a strong stomach.
I
Yeah.
mean,
She's not the one who puked on it. She's the one who found the bugs and was able to hold down the bugs. But someone else puked.
yeah.
All right, so now I get to assign. Basically, I make up an event. So first of all, we remove all these things from your social limit.
Okay.
Then I will assign a cost you must pay.
Okay.
And then you can narrate after I describe. So I'm going to choose health.
Okay.
I'm going to say that the chronic headaches get worse.
Okay.
And they're basically having epileptic fits now.
Okay.
Oh wow.
That's bad news bears.
Yeah.
Bad news bears.
All right, and so is that then the end for Sarah's turn while you write that
Well,
up?
Ceres, you get to narrate something about that.
Oh, okay.
And then, I don't actually get to pick, do I?
You wrote the rules.
I know, it's your game. I don't know.
I read
Okay.
them all at once, and I think they changed between the last time I read them and the time that is now.
Yeah.
That was like 3 weeks ago.
All right. So what's happening is that I will say that Elizabeth is having epileptic fits,
Okay.
and during those fits, someone has to take care of her. Who is it? Not you. The person on your left.
Oh, so that's me?
Yes.
It's James.
Aww.
Aw.
And then Dark Lavender Void, put a twist on it.
I am going to say that James grows up thinking that they have to take care of everybody all the time. They kind of take on a caretaker complex.
All right.
Nice.
Is there anything about James you want to say, Sarahs? Anything about this cost?
Well, you already said he's developed a complex, and it's not great for him. It's gonna be growing. He's gonna grow up too soon, and like gonna kind of be a damaged person when he gets older. If this were modern, he would certainly need to talk to a therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how that's gonna go. It's rough growing up on the Oregon Trail in the
Yeah.
18 whatevers.
Yeah.
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 Real rough.
Yeah. It's real rough.
So, Stanley, you get to assign a trait.
Oh, okay.
There's a blank card for you.
Oh, thank you.
Is this trait for
It's
James?
it's not locked.
It is now. It is now.
Okay, thank you. Oh wow.
Wow. What?
That's
it's not
too
my
fat.
fault.
Huh.
It's okay. I can fit it. Looks old. He had to grow up too fast.
Oh.
No.
He does not wear his age well.
You ever seen a 10-year-old with wrinkles?
Yeah.
Gray hair? You do now.
You do now.
Wow.
Right.
Like not necessarily like an old man, but like
Yeah.
he looks when he grows up, he's gonna look haggard, and the stress of this is gonna show on him.
When he hits 18, he's gonna look 45.
He's gonna lose his hair young, probably.
No one will ever card him.
No.
That's a minus. I'm not going anywhere. Where did I put myself? That's the
On the
river,
river?
right? Okay.
Yep.
Rapids and waterfalls force you to go back up the river and take a land route. Oh no. Who's pioneering this, I guess?
It's for Lavender to decide.
Let's see. I want to say. I want to look at the traits of your people. Who is having visions?
Oh.
I believe that was Archibald.
Archibald is leading. Archibald is our pioneer here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I tried to lay the cards out based on who did what.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You-
Archibald.
Your twist. You can't pay wealth. You gotta max something out.
Dang. Cold.
I know, but it's
Okay.
good. I mean, Kelsa knew this is how I play games. Kelsa knew when she invited me to this game,
That's true.
this is how I play them.
that's half of why you're here. The other half is your pretty face. Yeah. I mean, I only see one option here, and that's strange. So Archibald is leading, is trying to take a shortcut by, putting their wagon in the water and going down, but runs into just rapids and waterfalls. Can't keep going down by the water. It's not going to work. They need to kind of backtrack and everything, but it's not obvious at first that this is going to be a problem. And I think what happens is, in the night before they're about to set out on the next stretch of river, where the rapids would most definitely kill them all, Archibald just wakes up in a cold sweat and is like, "We have to go back. We have to go back." And he doesn't really explain what happened, but he had a dream of just the wagon being smashed to pieces in the water, and it was just incredibly graphic, and I don't want to describe it, but watching your entire family die in a dream is maybe pretty disturbing, I think.
Sure.
So my strange track has filled up. What does that mean?
All right, so you get to choose a power source. From now on, all of your strange descriptions have to make sense according to what you choose. You can choose gears, so all your powers are related to clocks, work gears. You know, choose steam. Steam is also like a chemistry thing. You can choose etheric, in which case your powers come from weird Victorian electricity, or you can choose fairy, which is basically the mythic magic stand-in.
I guess it doesn't have to make sense with any strange that I've described up until now. I think I want to start with etheric.
All right. You only ever get one, so this is it.
Oh, you only ever get one. Hold on, that's gonna change my mind here. What happens if strange fills up again on someone?
Basically, they start getting a drawback. So you know how in like point-based role-playing games, you buy a power and you buy a drawback to make the power cheaper. Well, in this game, none of your powers have drawbacks. Just your character has one big drawback that gets worse the more powers you have.
Oh.
And
so
the more
getting stranger means you have more powers, but also more cost.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, the only cost is that you have to limit your descriptions.
Well, in that case, I'm going to go with steam.
Okay. So steam can be, literal steam engines, like you're building steam engines to do things, or it can mean like you can use like alchemy and chemistry to change yourself or others.
Okay. And then do I have to do another scene that you design right now?
Yes. And the fun part of this game for me is that it cascades. So I'm gonna go to social next.
I thought I got to pick.
Not when you fill up like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Sorry, Kelsa.
there's a social cost to this. Actually, first you gotta get a trait from that last scene. Actually,
I get They will be shaken.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you're gonna pick one of those traits to get worse.
Getting
No.
better at this writing with a mouse thing.
You are doing
Yeah,
really
that's
well
pretty
this
good.
time.
Yeah.
Not
So-
stirred, shaken.
Yeah. How do I
Thanks for the
copy?
pity
Here we
laugh.
go.
You can just Control C, Control V.
That
There
was
we
not
go.
a pity laugh. Whenever conditions are food
Oh.
puns, I laugh every single time earnestly.
Okay. Good to know.
There we go. There's a new card. Oh, these need to all go away. There we go.
Okay.
So someone in your group talks about divisions in public, and this is why of a social cost.
Gotcha.
Who does the talking?
Well, I don't get to pick that,
That's right.
Lavender.
Oh, it's got to be Abigail, right?
It doesn't have to be, but that's who I was thinking it would be.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, but it's got to be.
I mean, she's already pretty chatty, so
Yeah, that's what I imagined.
okay.
The reason that she's talking about it, though, isn't because she's excited or thinks they're neat. Her father has, I think, confided some of these visions into her, even though they're very deeply disturbing, because he knows she's not his real daughter, and so he doesn't have the same amount of love for her as he does for his actual blood child.
That's messed up.
I know.
Wow. That's super messed up. All right, we got it.
So
Now you narrate.
yeah, so Abigail, I think now do I decide who is alienated here?
Yes, you do. You will choose which NPC leaves the caravan because of this.
Okay. I hate this is tough. Yeah, I think it's going to be Rosetta. And I know she's a forfeit character and she's connected to people, but I feel like she's the one that's mostly been with the family as the wet nurse for Christopher. And so I feel like it's most appropriate that she's the one that that leaves over this.
Nice. You want to narrate anything about that?
Yeah, I think that I think that Abigail goes to her after Archibald has like described these horrific scenes to her, and she's like, I don't know what this is supposed to mean. I don't know why he had to be so graphic in his details of us all being smashed to pieces on rocks. And at that point, she's like, okay, that is the final straw. Like, your dad was already a little bit standoffish, and he looks weirdly familiar. I can't quite place why, but I'm done with his creepy BS.
Nice. All right, and let's see, whoever's on your right. So it's Ceres assigns the trait.
And then do we have to do it again because my social filled up?
Yep.
This really does cascade, and maybe I'm not gonna make it.
A trait.
Oh my gosh, if he fills up your health, someone dies.
Gee, which one am I going to pick?
Obviously the cat, so I don't wind up playing a cat. Because you know damn well I'm going to play a cat.
Trying to think of something interesting.
And this is going to be a trait for Abigail, right?
Abigail, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I think this makes Abigail morbidly curious.
Oh, I like
Ooh.
Okay, yeah.
that. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
I've been enjoying all of your traits. They're fun.
Thank you.
I like how your brush has all these little miters in it
I know,
that are
it
making
got-
it look extra creepy.
It got all pointy.
I'm sure
Yeah.
that was entirely on purpose.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay,
Sure,
so
entirely on
what's my
purpose.
next challenge before we get to move on to Lavender's turn? Does somebody
The
die?
health. Somebody's going to die.
Oh no!
So, after you've been kind of like ostracized, so the other part is if the caravan happened to move past you at this point, you would not be dragged along.
Mm-hmm.
But you're basically in their front, so it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically expelled from the caravan temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
And during this time, someone someone gets stuck in a beaver trap.
Oh.
Who is it, Lavender?
Whoever Lavender chooses is not the person that has to die.
Okay. They can die separately as I describe the cost of freeing the person stuck.
The death happens as a consequence of the health being filled up at the very end of after we finish the cycle.
It's got to make the most sense for Fiddlesticks to get caught in the beaver trap.
It's true.
No, fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
The twist.
What's the twist? Someone in the family planned for this to happen.
Oh. Oh, that's dark.
I love it. Thank you. I know I looked horrified for a second, but that's only
I
the
feel like
best.
such an asshole, but it's so good.
It is good. It's really good. Thank you. Okay, so I pay with health, but in order of operations, the person does not die during the help. It's only at the end of what?
End of this, like, if you imagine, like, at the end of resolving the card, is how I put it. Once you have completely resolved the card and your turn would end, then the effect of filling up the box occurs.
Gotcha. Do you decide who dies or do I?
You.
Okay, that's good. It's not fiddlesticks.
Which is
Depends on
teaching you
fiddlesticks'
guys.
life.
So
that you always get to pick,
it's good. No,
the
I
hard
like that.
decisions. That's a promise of this game.
That's
Okay.
good. I like that.
I think it's Abigail. So Abigail finds Fish Sticks, who has been she's not the one that arranged for wanted this to happen. I don't know if I necessarily have to decide that right now.
No.
But it wasn't Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks wasn't trying to get caught. It's not Abigail. Abigail likes Fiddlesticks, but so one of the others has it out for the cat.
What if it's Christopher?
That's what I was thinking too.
So Abigail finds
He has it
Fiddlesticks in
out
the
for the
beaver trap, and even though she's able to get him loose, he's been injured in the process, and so is she. Like, she's not super strong, so like when she pulled the trap apart, I don't even know how beaver traps work. She wound up hurting herself doing that, and Fiddlesticks hurt himself too, and they both get back to camp bleeding and sore.
All right. So go ahead and assign a trait, KingSeras. Oh, let me copy a card, I guess.
And this
Maybe
one
something to
is
write
for Fiddlesticks.
Yes.
Okay.
You like how I made it floating in midair?
Yeah.
Very cool. Fancy.
Bonus.
Fiddlesticks is now missing an ear.
Aw.
Ooh. All right.
Best
So who
art
dies?
I have ever written.
My poor cute kitty.
Oh, hard choices.
Stacy.
Ooh.
Make an X over her.
Okay. Goodbye, Stacy.
I like
So
Stacy. I like the drams.
I know.
The drama.
I know.
I have to find a gravestone.
But now it cascades again.
It does.
At least
Yeah?
it can't cascade another time because
That's true.
oh, I have to pay what's strange. Okay, sure.
Someone has a vision of Coyote,
Oh,
and Coyote offers to give Fiddlesticks something that would make them more human.
now I thought that I thought that Lavender got to pick who was being affected by the thing.
Lavender gets to pick who is getting division. Which is also picking who gets to decide whether or not Fiddlesticks becomes more human and how.
Okay, so Coyote is offering to make Fiddlesticks more human, but the vision is not necessarily going to Fiddlesticks.
It's definitely, well, it could be. It's up to Lavender.
Okay. Okay.
You're
Who is
muted.
it, Lavender? You're muted.
So complicated. Okay, what I was going to say was, this is Christopher's first dream that they'll remember when they grow up.
Oh.
These visions.
And the
Mhm.
twist is that humanity has to come from somewhere. You have to, if you want Fiddlesticks to become more human, you have to sacrifice some of your own humanity to make it happen.
Ooh. But Christopher's the one that was out to get Fiddlesticks.
Does he give Fiddlesticks something that he thinks is bad about humans? Like,
Maybe he doesn't see it as Fiddlesticks becoming more human and that being good for Fiddlesticks, but maybe he gets to, like, in the exchange, become more cat-like.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's
that's
what
a
I was
bonus
thinking.
for himself. And he's a greedy baby.
All babies are greedy babies.
Exactly. yeah. So there's that deal. Can I say that they do the deal? And
Yes, you can.
okay, yeah.
You decide whether or not the deal happens and what
Deal-
changes about Fiddlesticks.
Deal happens.
And apparently Christopher.
Okay. Fiddlestick stands up on two legs, and Christopher's got cat ears.
Oh, that's so adorable.
Oh, that's great.
Hit me with a trait.
Hey. Well.
And this is a treat for Christopher.
Yeah.
Yeah, his current trait is unusually blue eyes.
Yeah, and now he has vertical pupils.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, he's got special eyes.
He does have special eyes. I keep grabbing the line tool and not the pen tool.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, why isn't this... Why? Okay.
Okay, and that's it. My turn is finally over.
Yeah, your turn is finally over.
Cool. Finally get to roll
There.
these lovely dice.
Look at all those minuses.
Yeah.
Wow, you
That is
something
a
really interesting
fistful
must
of
happen.
minuses.
Wow, you found all the minuses.
There
All
they
the
are.
That Esteni and I weren't rolling. You found them.
There they are. We found them.
I was worried they weren't there, and you found them.
Mhm.
So you're in one of
I'm
these
picking-
places, right?
Yeah, I think so. Thank God I did that right the first time.
Can someone move my
Oh.
vertical pupils down? Where'd they go? Thank you.
Sorry, I just locked it.
It says you give birth to a baby.
I really want to make this Amos, but
You are more than welcome to.
I love this idea too.
Okay, fine, Amos.
Oh, poor Amos. Everybody's picking on him.
I know. I was like, I keep picking Amos. I'm sorry.
All right. Let's hear the twist. How can we put a twist on this? Jeez. Isn't it already enough of a twist?
Well, you could say you can't pay something.
I mean, you could, or you could just make it more weird.
I mean,
Let's not gild the lily here.
if they pick anything other than social, they're gonna have a cascade turn like I just did.
Probably, yeah.
I'm so tempted to be like, you can't pay social, and then you get a crazy cascade turn.
Mhm.
I mean, you could.
Good answer.
I mean,
Cascades are interesting. They just
Yeah,
take
they
a little
are.
while.
extremely interesting. Sorry, Lav, you can't pay social. You have to.
I mean, but if you had more patience, next turn he could have 4 cascades. Patience is overrated.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
just gonna roll pluses from now on, so
Also,
Better
I mean,
get it while it's hot. Strike the iron
Also-
while it's hot.
to like not to just be like a little screw your neighbor, but it's already like what's going on here, and they're from a probably conservative religious family. I don't necessarily know that a man suddenly having a baby
it's gonna make them
It's
more
gonna-
of a social
right,
pariah.
right. I don't necessarily know that you can like wiggle your way out of that.
Mhm. It's true.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, what do I pay with?
Yeah.
I mean, if Apocalypse World has taught me anything, it says always can get worse.
So here's my question: if Amos has a baby, does Lavender add the baby to the sheet and then can kill the baby off, and then
Yes.
it's like it never happened?
Yes, I think you do get to draw
Oh,
a baby
wow,
if you
that's
want.
dark.
I-
Jeez.
I'm really dark. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's expensive to have a baby?
I mean, it is expensive to have a baby.
That's
Mhm.
true.
It is. Yep. It's just another mouth to feed.
Are you going to draw the baby before you kill it off?
I could.
Go ahead and draw the baby.
way to destroy my heart.
This is the point of the game. It is to destroy your heart.
Don't forget to give the baby a name.
Oh
Ah!
And then your baby and my baby survive. It's gonna be Christopher and this little baby forever. That's gonna be the game.
That's going to be the characters. It's going to be preschool.
It's gonna
And
be
It's gonna be like Muppet Babies.
I mean,
It'll
we
be
can
like-
always time skip in the future.
it'll be like Sylvie taking care of the 3 babies.
Yeah.
That'll
Oh my
be
god.
the campaign.
And
Sylvie
Elizabeth,
yeah.
but she's got like epilepsy. So, oh my gosh.
Oh, where's the text tool?
It's hiding.
It's the
There we go.
ultimate campaign. The babies.
Okay, so
Trying to get to Oregon.
I need to give a trait here because of what happened there. I'll make it just that much harder for you.
Proud
Can somebody
Papa.
tell me how to decrease the font size?
Yes, you hover over it, and then there is a minus sign. But if your text is too close to each other, it becomes really hard.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Proud Papa. Aw.
Ah,
Aw.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the things that could improve about Tabletop Simulator.
mhm.
Yeah. Like if you selected something, then maybe be locked to that until you can
Yeah.
select off it.
I don't understand why they chose what they did, but
Mhm.
all
Okay.
right.
So,
Who dies?
Cascade begins.
Well, I mean, no one dies yet. First, the wealth thing needs to be resolved, and then you
That's-
can kill somebody.
Oh, that's
That's
right. I can't
true.
kill anybody yet. All right. Why did I not make it like this? Everyone dies. You have to lose one of your 3 items.
Oh, the saws. Instant choice.
All right. The saws. So
not a sourdough starter. The saw.
No.
No, never the sourdough starter.
So the interesting thing about this is that it is dropped. It is not gone forever.
Oh.
So there are now saws. And just like any of you could spend a turn in a city picking up an item, you can also just spend a turn picking up the saws. But the saws are behind everybody.
Except for
Oh, actually, you're right.
Sarah's.
Except for Ceres. Ceres might want to pick up the saws.
Maybe.
Are you ready for me to drop these little stones back in their pile?
Yep, go for it.
Perfect.
All right, I see here. I want to pick strange, so you can get more strange.
Perfect.
What happens? A couple of Indians come up to you and they ask you to resolve a dispute. All right, that's the event.
Lucas must solve this dispute. They believe that there's some reason Lucas must do it.
Baby
The newborn
Lucas.
baby?
Yes.
You've
Okay.
come to talk to your baby. Only they.
Well, I mean, none of these other people are going to listen or have rational, like, communication, like, from
Uh-huh.
the fact that these are all, like, white
Oh my
people.
gosh.
And we're having, like, tensions between indigenous peoples and the white settlers
Wow.
that are moving westward,
Yeah. So Lucas is
babies-
basically baby Jesus now.
basically.
KingSeras, give us a twist.
Okay. The twist is that, they come to ask the infant savior to resolve this dispute, and the child speaks. You know, like
Wow.
babies don't.
Yeah, the child speaks like babies don't.
Don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
It's
Narrate
weird.
the cost.
That is just a perfect expression, Lavender.
This takes like the Immaculate Conception to some fantastic trans level. This is so good. Every part of this is so freaking good. I love it.
I just love this. Like, what is happening? I don't what. It's so good.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, like, how does Christopher become more strange? How does Christopher resolve the dispute to the Indians, or do you even care to say what the dispute was?
Or you mean Lucas?
Yeah, Lucas.
Okay.
I'm
I
sorry.
see. Yeah, it's okay. I wasn't sure if something else entirely was happening or not.
I'm bad with names. That's what's
It's
happening.
okay. It's all good. I think Lucas is suddenly speaking to the Native Americans here, and I think this. So, like, the Bibles and hymnals are all of these huge books with a lot of information. So, when you run this Bible code cryptography thing on all of the books, you get a lot less information and way fewer prophecies, which makes each of them like more rare and special. This is one of the things that was prophesied if you connect the dots between the hymnals and the Bible. So it's actually kind of a big deal.
Dang. All right, add that trait.
Okay. So the trait is polyglot. He not only
Ooh.
he speaks multiple languages.
Nice.
Oh, and I also want to say that the hymnals that were so intensely glowing before are no longer glowing.
Yes, absolutely.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
That's a good thing you didn't drop those Bibles.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So filling this strange track, what mechanically happens next?
All right, so now, Lavender, you get to pick what power source your family has.
I want to say etheric.
All right.
I'm surprised. I thought you were going to go Fae.
The reason I went etheric is because I described the energy lines in the Bibles as being etheric before.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was sort of gunning for that. Yeah.
Awesome.
All
I think
right.
everyone already knows what I'm gunning for. I'm like trying to
Yeah.
pull up that strange track.
Perfect.
Now someone's gonna die.
Someone's gonna die.
Oh gosh.
So, what happens?
Again, whoever you pick is not necessarily the one that dies, Estanie.
Yeah.
That's right.
I gotcha, because I don't want to be responsible for killing off one of Lavender's characters.
Golden, what is the situation?
What form of God, or is there even a God in the Bibles that they're using?
The regular Christian one.
All right, so there's a story in the Bible where a prophet hides in a cave, and then God comes, and there are earthquakes and firestorms, and meteors fall from the sky because God is terrifying and powerful, and you can't be in his presence normally. This happens.
Ooh.
Someone gets caught outside the cave.
Jemima.
Damn.
So Jemima doesn't die from being in the presence of God, which is pretty impressive. At least not right away. You might say he dies later.
Yeah.
All right. I believe Ceres puts a twist on.
All right. I'm gonna put a twist on it that someone else witnessed Jemima seeing the face of God. As it's Lavender's
yeah.
choice whether or not Jemima dies from doing
Yeah.
this, but someone else saw it happen, and so they either saw her, touch the face of God and not die,
Mhm.
or see the face of God and immediately turn to dust.
Yeah.
Someone witnessed something spectacular, cosmic, and traumatic.
Mhm.
There you go. You're welcome.
Leave those house stones alone for now. Well, you can fiddle with them if you want, but
You gave
they gotta
permission.
stay there. They gotta stay there a little bit longer, or else I'll forget.
Marvelous. So now is it my turn to decide who lives and who dies?
I think Kelsa
No.
trade.
First, you gotta tell us. You gotta narrate a little
Yeah, you
bit.
gotta tell us what went down, and then I give you a trait, and then somebody dies.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to say that Jemima has this vision, and immediately after hours of being in the presence of God, the first person she goes to is Amos.
All right. All right. So, give us a trait.
I mean, there's only one trait that can apply here. God touched.
I don't even know what that means, and I'm a Christian.
I don't know what that means either. We're gonna figure it out together.
All right. Okay. So who dies?
I love how casually you said that.
Yeah. So Jemima goes to see Amos to tell Amos all about the messages she received and how incredible it was. And by the time she gets to Amos, Amos is dead.
Whoa. Unexpected.
Wow, yeah, I'm shocked too.
I was so sure you were gonna wind up playing Amos, but now they're dead.
Interesting turn of events. Very
So
interesting.
Wow.
All right.
All right, now you can ditch the stones.
But there has to be one more
finally.
scene.
Yep.
There's one more scene.
All right.
So many cascades.
I will choose health.
Not again.
So, after leaving the cave, you see Oregon City in the distance through all the valleys and clouds, and there's this light, this beam of light shining down on it, and it looks green and beautiful and peaceful, and you can't see people moving around, but you can see the sails of a giant boat. Who sees this?
Jemima.
Put a twist on it.
The twist is that she sees the city, but it is clearly the city post rapture.
Ooh.
Oh my.
It's an empty city.
Yeah. If you
Wow.
want to go to the lengths of what was that show called? The one about the people
Yeah.
being left behind after the rapture, like the piles of
Behind.
clothing left behind. Yes, literally
Thank
left
you.
behind. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
No,
like,
thank you.
All right.
the piles of clothing too, if you like.
I mean, I want to be clear. This is like 3 states away. So, like,
Yeah.
is this like supernaturally enhanced vision that you can see the piles of clothing in the street?
I assumed it was a vision because
Okay,
you're
it's a
seeing
vision.
something 3 states away in the first place. So
Yeah.
All right, sure. Sounds good.
yeah, this has been very supernatural the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so clearly, like, God showed her Oregon, which is empty.
Now, are you saying that Oregon is actually empty at this point? Or is
No.
this in the future?
This is something
There's
that
going to be
could-
a rapture.
that could happen.
Okay, interesting.
It doesn't necessarily have to happen, but it might.
It might.
It's just the vision that God chose, or whoever is
Right.
doing this to her chose
Who
to
is
show
doing
her.
this to you?
Wait,
Future
what
Sight.
happened to Future Sight?
You flip
no.
the card over?
No, it stacked.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
That's so weird. I was worried for a minute.
Yeah, I was too.
I was like, wait, we're losing information again. Because I, it may look kind of clunky what I drew, but I drew it to get around some limitations I found last time I tried to use tabletop sim for this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna.
I guess
advance.
it's
That's a
designed
plus.
not to screw up.
That's a lot of plus.
How?
All right.
How?
My rolls
You-
are hacks.
Yeah, so many hacks.
I failed 2 rolls.
All right, let me see what's going on here. I got a plus also.
And I'm pretty sure both of them were zeros because I created NPCs.
Oh no, wait, that's Lavender. Sorry,
Okay.
me. I will move up here to.
Oh wait, did we skip Ceres?
Did we?
Did we?
I think we did because I
No,
thought
no,
I
we
should
did.
have
I'm so
advanced.
sorry. You're right. I
No sweat.
apologize.
No worries.
I did skip you. I
No.
blame Lavender. For
All
a
right,
million
you have to
things.
re-roll that on your turn.
We'll blame Lavender. It's fine. I've been rolling super well too. So Stenny rolls really well, then I roll really well, and then the rest of you have something interesting happen. That's
Yeah,
how it's
basically.
going.
roll really well. Prove
Pow.
this.
And
that's
hey,
a
that's a
zero.
zero.
That's a zero.
All right, but you don't advance.
Yeah.
So you draw from the weird stack.
Right, draw from the weird stack, click it, and flip it. Bam! Heavy
Oh, shit.
snow has rendered your wagon snowbound.
In August,
I mean,
In-
mountains.
In the
Fair.
Rockies.
actually. Yeah.
It could happen.
It
Yeah.
could happen. Yeah, it's not.
All right. Who has to deal with this?
We haven't picked on Jordan enough lately.
All right.
You've been,
How?
you've
yeah.
been spreading out the suffering.
It's very nice of you.
It has been, yeah.
So then the question is, you put a twist on it, which will make it. What is Jordan doing with the snow?
Who's giving me my twist?
That would be Lavender.
Right, okay.
What is Jordan doing with that old snow?
Or how is the snow causing the Jordan problems?
Yeah.
Again, I'm the one who's gonna write.
Oh, right.
It's all good.
Because since I'm doing the twist, I'm not writing anything down.
Right, you don't
Yes.
give the
Yeah,
trait,
yeah.
you just do a twist on the scene.
Right. I think Jordan. Jordan has to invent a system that's like snowshoes, but for
Okay.
wagons.
Huh.
Ooh.
Huh.
Interesting.
Okay. All right. I am gonna take this whole thing of markers and just leave it in front of me. It's just my difficulty grabbing. Like a
There you
dragon.
go.
There we go. Okay, I'm going to take that cost out of wealth.
Okay.
Because it's certainly costly to have to put snowshoes or runners on a wagon.
Yeah.
This is no cock the wagon and floating it. This is put it up on runners and drag it.
I guess you could be putting it on skis.
Yeah, like put on runners like a sleigh.
Yeah.
But Lav said that like it was like snowshoes, so that I imagined like a cart with little mechanical legs. Like,
I imagine like you put snowshoes on the oxen or something.
The way they said it, it made me picture snowshoes literally on the cart. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitten by inventing bug.
with a little heart and a star. And
Yeah. I was just
this
I
is
was
precious. I'll treasure it forever.
just doodling. But yeah, Jordan's been bitten by the inventing bug.
Okay.
Jordan, super excited about their first invention, wants to invent more things.
Okay, now I get to move forward.
Yes.
Okay. All right, my turn is over. Lavender.
Perfect.
Okay.
I love this part. This is my favorite part. R.
Yeah.
Oh,
You did
joy
it.
of everything.
Advance.
Oh, wait,
Where were you,
move
sirs?
forward because I moved
I think
forward
Soda
and there was a
Springs.
gap.
All right,
Yeah,
you don't move
so-
forward
so-
then.
Okay.
All right, you're where you are. All right. Then the stunning rolls.
Wait,
All right, let's see if I get to do an interesting thing or if I just get to move.
And
So interesting, yeah.
All right.
All right, so I am in a fort,
Fort?
so I get to
Boys.
draw a fort thing.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Is it Boise or Boise?
Boise.
Boise?
Boise.
Yeah, Boise. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong fort. All right. You are locked inside the fort when news of an imminent Indian attack circulates.
Damn.
We need reminders of who does what for me because we haven't done this in so
Yes.
long.
It is.
Yeah,
Ceres decides who.
okay. Well, who deals with a native attack?
Who is locked inside the fort,
Locked
or
inside the fort. Okay.
who is inconvenienced by this?
I'm gonna say Theo is locked inside the fort.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna spread that torment around to you two.
Sounds good. Kelsa gets to add a twist.
Yeah. I think the twist is that the attack never comes. It's just the panic of the imminent attack that you have to deal with.
I think we all know what I'm gonna pay.
All right. Tell us about it.
Theo is locked inside this fort alone, completely alone. And then he starts to hear this ticking, this ticking, this ticking, this ticking. And he follows the ticking and eventually finds his way out, but days have passed.
Creepy.
I'm gonna say that Theo, in spite of all of this bad nonsense, is unshaken.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Tough. All right,
Yeah.
Esteni, you have to pick the
Gears.
power source.
Gears.
Your gears? All right. It seems strangely predestined.
It's almost like I planned this from the beginning.
Almost.
Unlock.
All right. So that's your strange. I will now do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You
Whoops.
took your unshaken. What's that? Raspy.
Yes.
Yes.
Claudette is raspy.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's social. Who installed the gears? It was Florence.
Yes.
Florence demands a favor of your family in exchange for previous services. Who is responsible for this favor? KingSeras.
We haven't done much to Jacqueline, so let's have her be
I
responsible.
haven't done
for
much to anybody.
Yeah, I'm,
Fair.
like I said, spreading it around.
Sure.
Spreading it around.
Okay.
I need a twist on this. Okay. The twist is whatever she asks of you, Jacqueline is told to keep it a secret.
Okay. So then I narrate how this favor plays out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What is the cost as well?
Isn't the cost social? You already said.
Yes, but you have to say how that cost manifests.
Yeah.
Let me look at Florence because it's been a couple weeks since I remember who she was. Oh, right. She's known for doing weird stuff, right? So she's kind of like this outcast among the caravan. Like they keep her along because she's not so outcasted that they leave her, but nobody likes her. And so when she approaches Jacqueline and demands repayment, I think, and I want to kind of leave what that repayment is kind of on the DL for now, but I think people see them spending a lot of time together for like the next couple of weeks, and people start to whisper about Jacqueline as well.
Interesting.
And so rumors start to spread about like, what's she doing with this weird woman and what are they plotting? And when they ask Jacqueline, Jacqueline can't answer because it's a secret.
Perfect. All right. KingSeras, roll the dice.
All right, let's do
Wait,
this.
don't I get a trait as well?
You do get a trait from KingSeras. No,
Wait,
from
Kelsa.
Dark Lavender Void.
Oh, it is Dark Lavender Void. Sorry. Yeah, Dark Lavender Void gives me a trait.
You get to write on the card. Oh, I don't have a card. Oh, I have to create the card from Dark Magics.
Where's your where's your
The copy and paste magics.
We did it.
Copy and paste magics, the darkest magics.
That's right. You thought the
Forbidden in
dark
the
web
old
was
texts.
forbidden? Copy and paste. Ooh. You know, if you copy and paste too much, it's called plagiarism.
Huh? So who's this treat
Actually
for,
true.
and what has happened to this person?
It's for
It's for Jacqueline. Oh, Jacqueline.
Gotcha.
And Jacqueline has been associating with Madame Florence, doing things that nobody knows about.
And she can't answer when they ask.
Jacqueline's a bookie.
She likes books, you mean?
Yep.
Okay, I was like, a bookie as in like she books.
A gambling?
Yeah,
or...
gambling.
As in the person who takes the bets.
She just
where
really
my
likes
That's
to
what I
read.
heard.
This got very strange and not in the ethereal way.
I'm gonna draw a book on this so I remember that it's about.
Sure thing.
books.
I mean, I was fine with it either way.
Right?
I mean, okay.
Books. There we go. It's a book.
Uh-huh.
Yes, definitely not a wallet.
I think I would have drawn dollar bills on there if it meant money.
Good times.
She's betting on whether or not they'll make it to Oregon. Place your bets now.
I mean, those are some serious bets.
Yeah.
All right, KingSeras, now you may roll.
We're certain about this?
Yeah,
We're almost there.
Grab
I'm at least 20% certain.
Pow!
That's a
Ah!
plus.
All right, you made it.
All right, I get to move on.
Man, you guys are rolling so low.
I know.
All right, Kelsa.
Okay, let's roll this. That's a plus.
You also
Yeah.
advance.
I also advance. Fort Walla Walla.
All right. Lavender.
No.
Ooh. You are over here. No, not that one.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
No, leave it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to get it so it's stacked.
I don't want it to be stacked.
Oh.
Because that's the secret of copying the card. Is one of them's not stacked. And when I copy it, I don't copy the whole stack.
Gotcha. Well,
Gotcha.
on my card it says my wagon gets stuck in the mud and won't move. Who has to deal with this?
I think D has to deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't pick Lucas. I mean, I know he's the child of prodigy, but he's too young. He can't take a wagon out of the mud.
Right.
He levitates it like Yoda in Star Wars,
Yeah.
getting the X-wing out of the mud. Apparently not. Not this time.
No.
KingSeras, apply a twist.
Hey. Well, since your track's all cleared, I'm going to say that you can't social your way out of it. I know I said that before, but a lot of weird is sort of sticking to you.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the caravan is like, man, that guy had a baby.
And now he's dead, and nobody knows why.
No, he's dead. Nobody knows why, and the child talks. You know,
He said it brokered a dispute between Indians. What is going on here?
Going on here? And now their wagon is stuck in the mud. We're not having any of that. It might be contagious.
Yep. I'm gonna say this is a lot of physical strength. We have to pull it. Like, what does the card say exactly? It says we have to pull it out of the mud, if I recall correctly.
It just says your
No,
wagon
it's-
gets stuck in the mud.
Okay, well, sure.
But yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, especially because like the man of the family is gone, and he's a lot of the brute strength probably. I mean, I know they're strong ladies too, but yeah, it's gonna be hard to do it anyway.
It's more that like
Yeah.
we've gone from 3 able-bodied people to 2 able-bodied people, I would say.
And a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, draw some barbells and Jimma. They gotta work out. Muscle.
Babe?
Muscle baby? Muscle
No,
babe.
muscle babe. Yeah.
Muscle babe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's hard work.
Now
She
we're
gets strong.
talking.
It's a good trait.
It's a good trait. I like that
Yeah.
trait.
Going to Oregon, getting buff. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Hey!
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, Kelsa, you advanced. Did you move me and not you?
Oh, I sure did.
Let's swap. Because I'm still at this fort.
I don't know how I did that. Okay, good
That's
deal.
okay. Just wanted to make sure because I was like, I don't think I was that far ahead.
Mm-mm.
All right, so I draw another fort card. A freak snowstorm traps you outside the fort.
Yeah.
I have to pick who's trapped outside the fort.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or who it inconveniences.
I think we just have Sylvie left to mess with.
I like it.
Yeah, she's trapped outside.
I'm gonna say you cannot pay this with health.
Damn. All right then. Well, you know what I'm interested in. Health or strange.
Consequences.
Consequences? What are consequences?
You need a twist. Oh, yeah, twist.
The twist is no help.
All right. And you chose strange.
Strange, yeah. She builds something to protect her through the snowstorm. Out of gears and all of the parts and scrap left in the wagon.
Yeah.
Need to lock this card down. Is what's happening. There we go. Sylvie.
Do you know what she builds?
I'm not sure yet. I'm
Okay.
thinking. Something that is a shelter.
Okay,
But may
shelter
or may not,
thing.
but may or may not be able to move later. It wasn't intended to move, but I mean,
if you're an inventor,
if things get stranger.
Smith. Ooh, I like
Nice.
Sylvie is a silversmith.
Haha.
oh, is it especially silver?
Yep.
Cool.
That brings us to KingSeras.
All right, time to roll them bones. Let me grab them. And go.
All right.
Plus. Moving on up.
Moving on up.
All right, let's see how badly it goes for me.
Shit.
Hey, it's
Hey,
pluses.
Not
plus.
badly.
Oh, hey,
Wait,
does
does
that mean
put me all
Oh
the way-
shit! You made it.
All
Does that move
right.
us up?
Yeah,
Yes.
Do they move up?
One person moves up.
Oh, who then?
Actually, I never thought of this. I guess both of you can move up. I guess everybody can move up.
Yeah, then that means that Lavender gets to move up.
Yay.
All right. So
Yeah.
you made it. You made it to Oregon.
Aw, yeah.
Nice job.
Now what happens?
Congratulations. Well, now we are going to pick who we want to play. What will happen here is that you've made it to Oregon, so play will start. Kelsa, your family made it to Oregon first.
Do they
So-
play out the rest of them making it to Oregon, or
Yes.
Okay.
Either, well, not in the game, not in this game. But the situation when we start the campaign is that your friends are still in the Rockies. They'll
Okay.
probably make it before winter at this rate because you made it there so early. But you got a choice, right? Like, you're going to go back for them, or are you going to prepare their place when they arrive?
Okay.
All right. So each of you at this point, you want to pick the character you're going to play.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So when I designed this game originally, there were 4 times more events, and it took each person an hour and a half. So when I scaled this up to 4 people, I thought it would just take 4 times as long. It takes 3 times as long with 4 people.
We'll also consider our BS rolls.
That's true.
people.
That's true.
That's true, but still, it's like a really weird aspect of game design I didn't know about before I started designing this. So you guys have a little bit less cards than I would like, but I think you still have at least 4 things for everybody.
Do we have to change the name of the show?
No, we don't.
Nah, we don't.
Even in Oregon, we're still almost Oregon. It's not home yet.
Sure.
It hasn't become Oregon at this point. It's still the Northwest Territory.
See, exactly.
So until
Okay.
Oregon reaches statehood, we can't
There you
really
go.
be in Oregon.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
fair.
There you go.
Good point.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
So yeah, you gotta pick who you want to play.
Oh gosh.
And then I posted in Discord, pick 2 from last session that you would want to play in the campaign. You should pick 2 from this session you want to play in the campaign.
For a total of 4.
Yes, or you can just choose 4 of anything.
Oh no.
I'm gonna get rid of Raspy so I don't have to rasp.
There you go.
Fair.
Oh gosh, I'm torn between Theo and Sylvie.
Wait, you're not playing Fiddlesticks?
No, I'm totally playing Fiddlesticks.
Oh, okay. I was really confused for a second. I'm like, why are you putting all the Fiddlesticks away?
I'm putting them over to the side because I'm definitely keeping them.
All right.
I kind of want to steal Christopher's vertical pupils and unusually blue eyes.
You're allowed.
But actually, I think I'm going to leave vertical pupils behind because as a cat, Fiddlesticks already has that. I'm going to take Morbidly Curious.
Cool.
I think I gotta play Sylvie and her crazy mecha thing that she just built. It's too good.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you get it to Oregon City? That's what the game's going to be about. Do you have to leave it behind when the snows are coming? It's going to be so much drama.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
I think I have to play Jordan and claim a strong stomach, the inventing bug, that prosthetic limb, and that wasteful attitude.
I love it.
Perfect.
I'm
All
going to play
right.
Jemima because I think Jemima is the most fascinating out of the Drylers.
Jemima was the one who saw God, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And didn't
okay.
die.
But is
Yeah.
not God. Unlike the baby.
May or may not be God. You know.
Yeah.
The baby can just talk,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
babies don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like babies don't. Okay, so...
Let me just find the character sheets I made. I put them in Discord, so I know they exist. I didn't hallucinate in making them.
Maybe you did.
Some pretty strong hallucinations then. Oh, that's where they are. That's so weird. All right. So it's this file. Right there. And then okay, does that work?
Yes, it just loaded in for me.
All right, fantastic.
Are you going to...
Actually, I
Woo,
think
get
I've
out.
changed my mind. I don't want to. I'm gonna play Theo because I don't want to be like 12.
Fair.
I mean, I want to be a cat.
That's fine.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna be like 16, and that's more acceptable to me.
Mm,
I'll just keep Christopher in my back pocket for later.
Yeah.
Okay.
once they exist.
Okay. All right, that should work.
Okay.
Yep. So, you can. I didn't put any names or anything because really, like, it's all up to you how you identify your characters.
Okay.
How to the only thing the system cares about your characters, who they are, is what their four main aspects are. So go ahead and drag those onto a character sheet. Yeah. Well, this will help us see who they are.
I'm gonna up my rotation degrees all the way up to 90, and that is going to help me a lot.
Yes, that is what I did last game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because right when it goes into my hand, it's like, nope, this is going the wrong way. And I'm like, no. Come on.
All right. So you all made it to Oregon with all your items, which means you're going to get 3 additional.
Untrue.
No.
Oh, that's true. We lost the sauce.
Yeah.
All right. So for each item you have made it to, you get 1 significant milestone. Significant milestones work like this. You can use them to. Let's see here. What do I say? You can use them to make an aspect permanent. So you can use this to either enhance a character or a skill, or you can use it to make a new character. And a character can be an item, a person, or a place. So that's what you do with XP, really. Normally, you would not. You would spend. You would do a maneuver in Fate to create an aspect, but it wouldn't last forever. It would last until somebody, removed it. They just had to make a roll. But by spending XP, you can make things permanent, and also you can like expand the breadth of your skills. Which I'll give you the skill list in a moment. I was hoping to have it done where I have actual cards for the skills, but I didn't manage to make the skill cards yet, unfortunately. Yeah. So who did everybody max out their strange at least once? No.
No, I don't think
Okay.
KingSeras did not.
Nope.
All right. So unfortunately, KingSeras does not start with any strange abilities, but everybody else gets 1, and you can just make up what that ability is. It's good if you use one of your cards, but you don't have to.
Can my ability be like Werecat transforming between looking human and looking like a bobcat?
Yeah, just say you can transform or shapeshift.
Where does that go?
It would be a skill. So you see one of these empty purpley boxes?
Yes.
So let's see here. How's the best way to do this? Maybe if we take index cards. I wish there was something we just write on small. It's easy to write on. Without having to, draw all over the place. So if we take it like a note card, and then you can like write shapeshifting. And then you can make it really small.
I have already perfected it. Look at that.
What? Okay, so it may work now, but it won't work once you have 12 on there.
I mean, it'll just be really complicated, but okay.
Well, I'm gonna. Oh, I don't know if I can. I was gonna like copy and give myself like 12 of those just so I was ready to go. But I'm not. It's all good.
All right.
Oh no. Gotta be kidding me.
Is the text is being weird?
Yeah, it's the button to remove the text is behind my character sheet.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
that's super weird.
I remember this happening. All right. Don't go into the abyss. All right.
That would be bad.
I think I lost a note card with shapeshifting written on it.
It
Yeah.
should have flown onto the table somewhere.
I'm looking for it and I don't see it.
All right, while I fly around, I'm gonna move this back over here because
Yeah, I know, it's super
nobody
weird.
needs
I
to
don't
see
see
that BS.
How can it not? That's what happens in tabletop sim.
I know. That's why I'm confused, but I
found
don't
it.
see it.
Oh, they all went in the middle? Okay.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
That's not.
Okay.
It is still missing one thing though.
Oh, yeah, you still have
Yes.
the note card.
All right. So try and remember.
Yeah, the note card is missing. I'll need another one.
Which one is it? Oh, the actual note card itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
All right.
Yeah, sometimes tabletop sim is weird. When stuff falls out of the world, usually it dumps it on the middle of the table, but sometimes it just gets rid of it.
I just spawn a whole stack.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
like
looks
how that
awesome.
fell in nicely.
Just as planned. Asterisk. All right.
I gotta figure out what my weird gear power is.
Yeah.
It's gotta be something to do with inventing, but it's gotta be weirder than just he can invent shit because that's obvious.
Yeah, there's a skill for inventing, so you'll need to do that.
Okay. So I will add inventing as like a normal thing. I gotta figure out the weird thing.
Man, this is just way too cumbersome. Maybe we should take a break and then I'll try and get the cards in really quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take a break, everybody.
Sure.
Let me move us over to yonder break screen. Give me just 1 second. Timer is over here. Move us on over.